Okay, I got a request from somebody. I apologize, I forgot your name. Wanting to know how much my plants has grown in the last 3 years and asked if I'd do a little video showing how much they grow in 3 years. I don't remember when I planted all this stuff. It was shortly after we moved in. This bottle brush plant, after we had the stackable brick and whatever for the flower beds put in, there was something there, so I don't know what it was, but I tore it out and I put that in. I bought that at Home Depot. I think it was in like a 1 gallon pot. So in 3 years this growed, and I've trimmed it, heads trimmed it 3 or 4 times, or otherwise it'd probably be above the gutters. And on this side of the house where the air conditioner's at, I don't remember. You have to go to the videos that I did earlier about the curbing here. And if you go to those videos where it shows how the curbing was installed, you'll see the size of all these plants right here. So they've grown. I've trimmed them quite a bit. Matter of fact, they probably need to be touched up a little bit now. Looks like my sprinklers went off. Everything's wet. Anyway, they've grown pretty good. Down here, it's all about the grass. Because when you buy a new house, the grass is only guaranteed for 30 days. So if you have any problem with your yard in a new house, you better jump on it quick. And this stuff here, we planted most of this. Like I say, you'll have to go to the earlier videos about the curbing and stuff, and you'll see these plants. That was here, that was here, that one right there was here. That was not. I don't know if you can see an earlier video of that or not. That plant there is only about 2 years old. These were not here. These were not here. My wife just planted them last summer. That was planted last summer. That one, you can't hardly see it, but there's one under here. Those come out of my transplant bed. I'll show you that in a little bit. I have a little place in the house that I plant a lot of stuff, and as they spread, I move them around the house. So let me go around the front here. These, whatever these are, you can see them here. I've trimmed them several times too. I'm trying to get this thing to fill in all the way across here and around there. So those were here. That plant there with my wife plants them around the house. They generally live a couple of years and then they just kind of peter out. These were all here. So you can kind of get an idea as how much they've grown in 3 years. We planted that here the first year we was here. I don't know what it's called, but it's one of them there's 3 trunks on it. And they'll grow out at different angles. You can see them right there. It's getting there. When we first planted that about 2 years ago, it was the size of those over there. So you can kind of get a relative idea how much that's grown in a couple of years. I'm just kind of walking around here so you can see everything. More plants out of my transplant bed. The hedge there, I remember that was really low, but it grows a lot. Matter of fact, it needs trimmed off at the top again. But I trimmed that several times. That we planted a couple of years ago. Once again, it was in a 1 gallon pot. So you'll have to, I don't even know if I got a picture of it when I planted it, but like I say, go back to the, when they were installing all this curbing and stuff here, then you'll see how big they was then. That palm tree, I had that put in, so that wasn't even here. Planted that last year. I don't have anything on this side of the house, and I'm probably not going to put anything on this side of the house. This bamboo here, the only video that I even know that exists for that is if you go back in my videos early on, a couple 3 years ago, I had a start of that in a pot. It was a little, not much of a start, but I put it in a pot and I let it go. It started to grow fairly decent, and I stuck it over here. I know it looks like it's in an oddball spot. Plus, I got to get curbing put around here. I think I'm gonna match all this to kind of come around to here. I don't know yet. That's why I haven't done anything. But if you're sitting in my lanai, I wanted a privacy screen, And if you're sitting in my lanai and looking, this bush here blocks the view of the lanai over there, for a little privacy. This privacy hedge here that was planted, down there, it grows a little better than here for some reason, or maybe it's uphill, I don't know. But when it gets about that height, like that last bush there, all the way down here, that'll be perfect as far as privacy from here to the lanai over here. Not that we have any problem, because this guy here, he's only here 2 or 3 months out of the year, and he's not even here most of the time, but I'm just doing it for myself. So, like I say, go to the earlier videos where we planted this curbing. You'll see these plants. We lost one right there early on, and I threw it away, and I haven't put anything in there yet. I don't know what I'm going to put there. I just haven't done anything with it. But all these were planted early on. You'll see videos how small they was then, and here we are 3 years later, and that's about the size of them. This is my transplant bed. I know it looks hectic, don't it? But it serves 2 purposes. One is to transplant plants around the house when I need them, if I need them. 2, with the lanai right there, I got a TV and a bar, stuff right there. It also serves as a little bit of privacy this direction. Because literally when you're in my lanai and you're looking this direction over here, you can't see nothing. I love it that way. Because that means people can't see me. Not that there's anybody here, but here's a bucket with some more bamboo shoots in it. I just keep them around. There's another one over here. When they get too big, I take them out of one bucket and I stick them in another. See, there's a pot down there if you can see it. Yeah, if you can see it. This is the banana tree. Trees produce bananas on the 2nd year. This in here is 1 year old. Right there. So I'll get bananas on that tree next year. This one here will have bananas the year after that. And that one back there, it's very possible that tree could have bananas on the same year as this one, about the same height. You always keep them about 3 years ahead. There's the 3rd one down there if you can see it. You touch it. This one here. That one there will have bananas on it 3 years from now. And there's some of that viney stuff I was talking about when I was at the flea market. See it? I got it in the ground over here and there. It just grows crazy. These are during the dormant stage in the wintertime, but these are basically like the large elephant ears. Right now they're kind of dormant. And those colorful things, these and these, you know, I take them when they get too big. I might take something out of the ground out front and I'll transplant those. But right now I don't have anywhere to put them, so I don't mess with it. Let me go around over here. That tree at the end right there, if you go back to the videos, you'll see that when I first bought this house, that tree right there was in the front yard. And I had that palm tree put in, and I drug it back here and I planted it right there. Because once again, sitting on my lanai, when I look out this way, it gives me privacy from everything over there. Like, not that I need it, but I mean, it is what it is. So, and some of these plants I keep around for, you know, I dug up some over there that split them, and I stuck them in this pot here. This here is a crown of thorns. There was a plant out front. I got a start, and I stuck it in there 2 years ago. It's still growing. This cactus came out of Arizona. We'll see what it does. This here is my desert rose. Wintertime, it kind of goes dormant. Literally, almost all these leaves will fall off. There'll be no blooms all winter. It'll go dormant for the winter. Come next spring, it'll go crazy again. It went to seed. Here's some seeds here. Bunches of them. I stuck them down there. I don't intend to really do anything with them, but I will say if anybody wants any starts and try to grow them, send me an email or something with an address on it, wherever you feel comfortable with, and I'll put them in an envelope and I'll mail you a bunch, and you can see what you can do with them. A neighbor gave us that a long time ago. This whole plant was about this size here. That's how you get the starts. I stuck it out here, but I didn't do much with it this summer, and as you can see, the sun got to it. very hot this summer. Kind of burn it. So we got plants out the wazoo here. So anyway, there's a basic update of how much they've grown in the last 3 years. I hope that helps. So, got any questions or whatever, email me, text me, whatever you want to do, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions the best I can and help you out. So I hope that helps. Whoever asked for the plant update, there you go, and I'll see you on the other side.